All right, welcome everyone. Sorry, I'm having first time doing this, so I had a little bit of a hold up there, but we should be live now. We have FrankieFusion with me today. Welcome in.
Thank you very much. How are you?
I'm not too bad, not too bad. Going to bring in the runner's audio here. We'll start off with Runil today.
Also, so a little bit of a late start with the commentaries. Everybody's so this seed is this is an open seed. If I'm not right. Yeah, there it is. I didn't see it on the tracker.
So yeah, today we have NyanCato and Runil facing off in game 3 here.
Flippers in the Lost Woods. That's a good start. That's their big first item so far.
Alright, so yeah, apologies, my first time doing Restream for Go mode here. It's a little bit different, but we should be rolling here. Just let me know if you're... Is there any issues that you can see, or if the audio is okay? Alright, so heading into CAC. Looks like they're both going to do CAC at the same time here.
Yeah, they seem pretty synced up. So a little bit of a backstory here for those that have not been watching the Master Sword division. This being game 3, as Bydey mentioned earlier, the first 2 matches were absolute nail biters. These runners have a very similar mindset towards the game, how they route, how they execute things, and it really depended on the late game aspect. They are extremely close. So this is their save for last seed open. They've each picked, you know, what they've respectively wanted. But you know, it's going to be very interesting to see now the late game routing decisions from both Runil and Nyan, to see how it plays off later on, because that's ultimately what's decided it for them in the previous 2 matches. Not short of money.
Alright, so it looks like we're heading into the library here. See what we have on library. We got a heart on the library. Not going to be doing the bomb check. Just going to go straight out. Hopefully it's not an item. Red coin. Gets away with it. I think it's about 13 seconds or something like that if you go for it and don't get it.
Yeah, it's also, if it's like open or cast boots, I do things differently. Like cast boots, I'm just gonna do the race, because you know, you can just bonk into the wall and you never know. But in open without anything, you know, it's hit or miss. As Runil will find out here right now.
The bobblehead Secret of Mana sprite. I love Secret of Mana sprites. I love the game too. Nice hook shot there to the chest. Oh, a nice push actually. That's really neat.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that before.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So thanks again to FrankieFusion for joining me today, and also thanks to our tracker Phyrie as well, doing all the tracking here.
And thank you for restreaming it today.
Hopefully it all goes well. We got there in the end. A little bit of tech issues, but yeah, we got there in the end.
Yes, indeed.
Mini Modarm Cave, the first challenge. Heart drops though, all's nice. Yep, gonna pick those up.
Very well done with the hook shot. Yeah, they are definitely not short of money. I'll tell you that. Jesus.
Yes,
Nice
$1,000.
mirror.
Holy smokes, $1,100 right off the bat.
And the mirror. So flippers, hook shot, glove, and mirror this early.
Oh, be careful here on the left. Careful. So a Guinness Cave, I'm always interested in this play. I do not like doing a Guinness Cave in open. I get if it's something, you know, like you're gonna lose a bunch of time. But one check, it's a really slow check. I'm not a huge fan of this, but probably gonna have commentators curse. It's gonna be progression. You'll see.
I'm hoping so for Runil's sake, because coming over here with no book, no flute, no nothing, you know, just I wonder if this is Runil's way of trying to take a risk. You know what I mean? Because when you're in a game 3 against somebody, you're just kind of like, I want to try to secure the win the best I can. So,
ooh, Bumbles on the ledge.
Ooh.
We're not gonna have any. Oh, we've got flippers. Never mind. I was gonna say we don't.
Yes.
Have, what was on there? I missed that there. Didn't see anything.
In a Guinness Cave with 10 arrows.
10 hours. Okay, yeah. So.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a bit of a time sink there on that side.
Yes.
But at least you've cleared the checks. So there is also that. It's just I like to do it later on if I can, and then
I'll last locate it 100%.
Same. Oh, mushroom.
Ooh, mushroom. Yeah, Ben, you're 100% right. I feel the same way. Absolutely great to have the hook shot early.
Yeah,
especially prior to Dark Mountain or to Death Mountain access too. You know?
Yeah, in our finals match we did last week, we still had fighters, or I found the Master Sword really late on, but my opponent Badja had the fighter sword all the way to GT. And didn't find a sword in GT.
That match was incredible. Absolutely.
That was a crazy seed to run for the final match.
Yeah. I'm just like, out of all the checks, you just couldn't find one more sword, right? Like, that would have been the closest game ever.
That's random for you, though.
Yeah.
Looks like where are we here? Why are we dark? Where are we here? Oh, he's running around with the Samaria in Old Man Cave. Yeah. Okay. Trying to work out where we were there for a second.
Yep. And it's also nice too whenever you get the Cane of Samaria and you're doing Old Man, because it takes away that slow walk with him. If you pull it out and carry it above your head, it gives you the normal walk speed. So it's kind of like a 2-for-1.
Yeah, pretty good.
So we did get a map check. So we got Crystal, Eastern, Crystal, Hera, and I'm not sure if that's red or blue, but pendant for Desert.
So Eastern and Hera. Hera will be... No... Well, you can still mirror with the Moon Pulse, so yeah. I'm
Yes.
guessing going to Hera then at this point.
Yeah, I agree with this play from Nyan though. By clearing the mountain first in the hopes of getting either a sword or the hammer or a fire source of some kind. You know, you don't want to just waltz in there with nothing and hope for the best. I was going to say that was pretty nifty strats there with the Canis and Maria against those troll dorms, if you will. Looking like nothing in Paradox. Hopefully there's something in Spiral Cave. Runil getting his bombos now. See where he goes. See if he follows suit to go up the mountain. Looks like there was nothing up there. So that's a and you seem to wonder if you step into Hera if maybe there is a sword or a fire source or something. Oh, looks like Runil's actually going to turn in that mushroom. So let's see what we get from there.
So apologies on the title. I'm not sure why that didn't update when I went live, but it's not me versus Badger Blood, if you haven't noticed. I'm trying to get someone to change it, so hopefully that'll get updated in a couple of minutes.
Ah, the Moon Pearl up the mountain. Okay. That was a very good bomb jump from Nyan. That is not an easy jump to do at all. Ah, hammer in the back of escape. So that's going to play pretty decently. What do we got? Green Pendant Pod. Turtle Rock and Misery Mire, 5/6 crystals. And Pendant Thieves. All right. It is. It is definitely a difficult bomb jump. So for Nyan here, I'm hoping that they, you know, for the sake of fairness, that they get at least something to deal damage with up here. Otherwise, Runil's going to have a slight advantage here and kind of be able to make up that lost time from checking Akina's cave.
Oh, hook shot in the so yeah, obviously maybe not knowing about the Samaria. I've just learned today that you can carry the Samaria above your head. That's really genius. I would not want to do this with a hook shot right now. Not gonna lie. So yeah, I'm glad I learned that today. That's really smart. So if you're watching
That's one of my.
if you're watching this back, Runil, use a scenario.
Yeah, it's when you're in the randomizer community, you know, you watch a ton of. But Runil did a good job.
Not used to these colors on the left-hand side. It's always interesting for me.
Yeah, so he likes his palette. Let's see what we saw.
You're cutting in and out there, by the way, just so you know, Frankie.
Oh, am I?
Yep.
Well, there's the fire source. Thanks for letting me know, by the way. Hopefully it doesn't cut out anymore.
Alright, so it looks like we're going to get an Eastern play here. Don't have the bow. So I'm always interested. I'm kind of in two minds with whether I want to go to Eastern. I know people that, oh, there's a moon pearl, so I'm always in two minds of whether I want to go to Eastern early or whether I want to, you know, go last, try and pick up a bow. Some people love to beeline there right away and just get it out the way, you know, and then other people like to go there last. So it can be the difference. I remember I did a seed yesterday where I was doing like an async and Bombos was actually in here and Bombos was my go item and I didn't get it till last. Jesus. It was a crystal. My opponent went there first. So
I think in this particular seed, they've checked almost everything combined. I think they're flute put because technically Death Mountain's out of logic right now. So they have to have something here or other to open up Dark World deck. Something. So see if there is something in here. But I agree. I don't like coming to East unless I either have the lamp or something.
We have Dark World access.
Oh yeah, we do have Dark World deck. That's right, with the hammer from the... But technically, logically, that's not true yet until we find either the flute or the lamp.
Yeah, solution might be in desert.
True.
Again, we are all pretty much mentees here, so take what we're saying with a grain of salt.
I love it. I love it. You know, I have to say this though, Mr. Gold Sword champion and undefeated in Group Kaz Boots tournament. Yeah, I don't think you're a mentee anymore. I think you surpassed it.
Hey, we made it. We did it.
Yeah, I think the answer actually is true. The answer is actually got to be in desert.
Getting a dark room Eastern here. One of the easier dark rooms to learn.
There we go.
Thank you for the stream title update. Much appreciated. I'm guessing it was probably locked. For me, anyways.
Runil going ahead to get his kill on Troll Dorm.
Oh my goodness, how did he get that head in? What is
that?
Wait, what is going on with that hammer? Where did he get that hammer?
Incredible.
I've actually never seen that before. Is there something I don't know, maybe? That was
Hammer
crazy.
it, if you don't mind checking on that would be great.
So it's like we're gonna get a mushroom play here. Gonna get this out the way. I don't know if we had a save and quit. I wasn't quite paying attention there, but some people like to save and quit, drop off the mushroom, and then you can just basically reset your console and keep the mushroom. Can be
They did save and quit out.
So we might get that play here. They have the Sumerian, so they can fake powder. Oh, that's interesting. See, if you're gonna save and quit, I mean, I would have just reset. Oh, I never thought about talking to Zelda, actually. I always talked to the guy, but I didn't know you could talk to her and get your health healed too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Runil saved mushroom. And we no longer have a mushroom anymore.
Yeah, Runil actually ended it all the way. He actually.
Ooh, hammer time! Right, and there's powder, so it's not irrelevant anyways.
Right. So I suspect the Nyan go or desert. Oh no! Yeah, they actually are going to go to the dark world. I mean, you're good to go.
So you have the ability to see the maps here. You won't see it on your screen, but Dark World access opened up for Nyan. Got lots to do. Dark Vu, so we got Vu, and there's still a few checks here now. Lots of mirror checks opening up. Catfish, Pyramid, Ledge. There's Hype Cave. Swamp is going to be open right now. On Runil's side, pretty much the same thing. There's going to be Vu, Swamp, Hype, the mirror checks, Catfish, Pyramid, and Potter will be open as well, but no bowl yet, so lots of different options coming up here.
Yeah, there's a ton of options. I do like this play running into Skullwoods though. Even with, Hammer, it's a lot of. This is a very fearful dungeon early on when you have low hearts and no sword or low armor. So it'll be interesting to see if anybody clears it, if you will, this early with the equipment needed or that they have.
Yeah, I actually am a favor of even dipping this. If I don't have Firelight, I'm still usually coming in here anyways and just checking the first part. I know some people don't like to. It actually cost me yesterday.
Yes.
It's about 90 or so seconds if you dip it for no reason. But then it's probably about 90 years if you don't dip it and there's an item in here.
Yeah, every single time.
That's a big time loss there. Not too much, but that'll sink some time away. Gotta be careful here too. 3 hearts. Might get a death warp here. Oh, 1 heart now. Gonna get this Phyrie. Yeah, this room can be
I think they're looking. There it is. They were looking for magic. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
There we go.
I'm having a little bit of trouble in this room. Wow. Okay, we made it.
I honestly despise this room, so I feel it.
So it's actually that actually cost quite a bit of time there. Runil's gonna have a chance to catch up. They're almost in the same screen now.
Yeah, looks like they're pretty even up, even though Nyan's got a Eastern check ahead.
One thing I'm gonna say is I would prefer to go to the boss. I think Runil's gonna do this. So they're gonna go to the boss, see what's there, and then backtrack. I think. Nope, they're stealing a key. Okay, never mind. I think it's better if you're gonna go, because you went right and now you're going so you've already went left, you're gonna go right now and then you're gonna go left. But I mean, I guess with the
Right.
mirror you can go back down to the way I think it's played is to go full left, clear, and then clear on the way back, and then
Yeah,
go
but
back into the
at the same time, you mentioned it earlier. We are mentees, right?
Yep.
This is your low percentage stuff here. This is hammer only, right?
Yep.
And you know, with no bottles, no safeties, basically. I mean, because powder does nothing in this dungeon per se. I mean, sure, you can get it in that one room, but that's just for that. But you know, green mail, hammer only, and you're using a good majority of your magic meter just to light the torches, you know. So it's the train of thought going there is, do I risk it or do I save it? You know what I mean? And for the sake of safety and it being game 3,
Yeah.
I think they both made the best choice in not clearing it or attempting to clear it.
Yeah, I get it, yeah. I actually, I'm not going to lie, I wasn't paying attention, didn't realize they had a sword. It's not that they can't, it's they physically can't go back there without a sword, right?
No, you can.
No, you can't. You can't get rid of the. You can't get rid of the cloth thing, the little thing you have to slash.
Oh, that's
with your
right.
sword.
That's right.
So they can't even get there.
See, I wasn't even thinking of that myself. We're talking. We're over here talking about this and that. And it's like, wait, are they gonna blow? Are they just gonna, you know? Oh man.
This is why we do this, so we can learn. We're all here to learn.
This is why we do this. All right, chat. Time to guide the stream.
Alright, getting some mirror checks here. I like this check early, so we get a little bit of a divergence here. Gonna check this mirror here, and then the heading back to. It's a little bit fonder if you have boots. Bottle. Oh, I'm gonna like that item.
See, I don't know. I don't know if he can. He can't do King's Tomb right now because I'm pretty sure you need the boots. Yeah. All right.
That's the thing without boots and without the gold glove. This is a big time sink, but picks up a fairy in a bottle. Like I said, Mentor Tournament final. We got green mail, no sword. That might come into play at some point.
Absolutely, especially considering the fact that if they decide to, like Nyan over here, who is dipping and looking to full clear Thieves Town, hammer blind, even with the script, is still difficult.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna lie, I like these sort of situations.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for hard modes, and you know, I like to see it being pushed. So yeah, as much as I hope there's no disasters, I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking forward to seeing them attempt some of these fights without swords if needs be.
Absolutely.
That was a nice way to
do
that
does,
there.
It definitely makes you wonder though, where the logic actually was and what is in desert. And I wonder if it's something, because if it was just lamp, I mean, we all know you can complete the whole seed without lamp. But I'm curious if there was another weapon somewhere or something.
So we're going to get a full Thieves Town clear from Nyan, and looks like we're not sure I'm clearing Thieves Town at this stage myself. I think I'm grabbing 4 chests and bouncing. So looking for hearts here, obviously. We have powder. You can powder that. So if you want to get it all in one shot and you have powder, you can just powder that bunny beam. It's an easy way to get health. So we're about to see if this play is going to pay off. Again, it could be a pet seed as well, but I mean, again, this is a big time sink here. Compass in the chest. So we got one item left on the boss.
Yeah, this whole Thieves Town endeavor, and it's tough too. There's a lot that runs through your head when you do Thieves Town pendant, right? It's, do you just clear the first 4 checks, you know, and then take the risk there's nothing in the back? I've always hated Thieves pendant.
Yeah.
It puts a wrench in things.
I'm not sure I'm making this play though. Like, not with this many checks on the board. Myself, anyways. But I respect it too. I could be made a fool. I just gotta be careful here. Like, pause. Use pause buffers, please. Use a pause buffer, please. Nope.
Oh.
That's fine. I'm sure we're gonna bounce out now. No harm, no foul, I think, here, to be honest. That might actually just have saved time.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, though. There's no shame there. That is not easy to do. You know, it really isn't.
What you can do in that situation is, if once you start getting low like that, a couple of hearts, when you get into those sticky situations, like, just start spamming your pause button. You basically make the game run at 1 frame per second.
Ironically enough, I've never done that. Ever.
It'll save you. Oh my goodness, I can't tell you how OP it is. You basically just slow the game down to like 1 to 2 frames per second. You just spam the pause button. You can just basically avoid anything. I mean, it's not the be all and end all, but it's better than taking a boss death, in my opinion. I don't think it's going to matter too much here unless Runil picks up a weapon, but you know, if it was a crystal fight, for instance, you know, that would be a big time loss. But again, that's the last option too. It's just an idea that I think people don't necessarily think about sometimes, and I see it quite a lot at all levels of play at Rando.
Right. At the same time, though, it's amazing that some people don't realize that Canis Maria actually does work on blind and work on land molas and stuff like that. So it's interesting to see how much people also know about the game. So that's the only other way I know to defeat blind if I don't have a sword. I ain't doing it on. I've only ever done it once with a hammer. So I'm not the hammer god.
Yeah, I've had to do some Mario a couple of times and hammer. I actually worked out a hammer script not too badly, so that there is a script that you can do. It's not 100%, but it's.
Oh, in all honesty, I think Cane of Burna is my favorite way to kill blind. You just stand there. You ain't got to do nothing with that. You're invincible and you're hurting them. So,
especially if we get this new lagless update, that weapon's going to be so OP.
Oh my god, I know.
There's going to be just Cane of Burner for every boss.
Yep, absolutely. Like, why not? Well, does the Cane of Burna actually damage every single boss?
It does that. We got a Phyrie here on left side.
Right.
I believe it does. It does Bydey for sure. It does. I don't know about Coolster Moth. I actually don't know, but I know for this sort of boss it would. Okay, this is. Okay, looks like we're gonna. Okay, just don't take it. Hey, oh, okay, nice. There, that's what we want to see. Another one. This is scary.
Oh. There you go. Pop it up there.
Okay, we made it.
Nice kill.
If this is an item, this is
was
gonna
it
be
worth
rough.
it?
Oh, we can't see! Oh no! What was the item? Did anyone see what it was?
Nope.
Oh, that's amazing.
What was it?
So good. I'm trying to see.
Lord.
I'm trying to see the tracker to see if I can see anything pop up. It was the lamp. That was the lamp. Oh, it's the lamp.
It was the lamp.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait, is it? No, sorry, no, it wasn't. My bad. Sorry, 9 picked
Okay.
up the lamp on the right hand side. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong
Okay.
tracker.
Okay.
I'm trying to see on the tracker to see. Oh my goodness me. Sorry, guys. Misinformation spreading here.
That's incredible though. Like that, you couldn't see it. Oh, he got a sword.
Sword. That's where it was. Sword.
What?
Yeah, there we go.
Now I wonder if that's going to come into play later.
Yeah, that is commentator's curse, eh? Like sword. That's
Yeah.
crazy. That is.
Thank you, Phyrie, for double checking that that item for us. Thank you.
Either way, it was an
That's
exciting
incredible.
item. Didn't matter if it was a lamp or the sword.
Yeah.
They're both exciting items.
Yeah. Absolutely. So let me guess. Lamp was in Hype Cave?
Looked like it was in Hype Cave, yep.
Okay.
This is kind of interesting because technically bouncing out of the... So this is gonna...
It looks like Nyan's got a sword as well.
Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah. So there's a second sword being picked up.
Sorry, we were so focused on what was going on in that fight there, we weren't paying attention to the other side. So there's a sword somewhere in this South Dark World by the looks of it. It might be Dig Game.
No, I don't think
top class commentary here from the mentees of 2023.
Excellent commentary here.
So, the sword will obviously put Skullwoods into play now. The Skullwoods boss. But hopefully we don't get a situation like the match I was talking about with ours, where Runil's going to pick up this Master Sword, and if the swords are in GT, then Nyan's going to be with Fighter Sword for the rest of the game. And that's going to play in the back of your mind. Because, you know, once you start getting to the 4th, 5th crystal, it's like, you know what, I haven't found a sword yet. The swords can be anywhere. Yeah. Badge is giving us a rhetorical question. So yeah, what was it? 21 checks and no swords. Welcome in space. Haven't seen anything so far in Swamp. Having to think about this. I'm not sure what's happening here. Okay. I don't know if it's having a drink of coffee there or what. Yeah, you'll have to use a weapon. Nope, that won't work. You have to go top. Bomb, I guess.
Yeah, the bomb will work.
The Fighter Sword has a goofy hitbox. That's why we don't like it.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing maybe the sword's in here. Maybe sword and lamp is in here. Just based on the route that...
right.
I guess we'll find out. There's the sword. So sword and lamp, yep.
All right.
Oh,
well,
man.
if Runil decides to go ahead and do Swamp Palace, I mean, it's really going to make... That Master Sword plays a big difference, especially against Argus.
I don't think there's anything else in Thieves Town, though, so...
No,
if there's another sword somewhere on the map, that's basically 4 minutes down the drain, unless it's a ped seed.
Right.
But if there is no swords, then you look like the hero, right? So.
Yeah, that's... if you get a seed like Bydey and Baja got the other day, other than that... Yeah, Nyan pulling off some great moves here with the limited items that they have for their diver down and everything. Hopefully, I'm hoping there's something on left side swamp. I absolutely hate making this play.
Especially
one of the skips that
well.
like I was. Yeah, I wish you could just skip it, but you know.
I'm a big fan of beelining to the back, picking up chests along the way so I can get info if there's two items in the back? Is it a big key? Is it, you know, one item? It kind of helps me to make my play. You know, if it's just one item in the back of Left Side Swamp, I'm probably not going there. Is it 2 items? I'm probably more inclined to check it, right?
Yeah,
Is the way that I look at it.
it's smart, but it's still the whole fact of coming back in to a dungeon. You know, I don't know. I feel like if I skip Left Side Swamp, I'm last locating it because I'm not coming back.
True story. Has also cost me a couple of races too, so there's
Yeah.
that.
Nah, you know what? I'll take losing a race to Left Side Swamp than losing a race to not checking Hera Basement.
Fair. They're quite efficient clearers, and by efficient I mean like they like to really clear everything. We've not had any skips so far. Like they're basically just 100%ing the game at this point.
Yep.
There has been oh my goodness, I'm so bad with medallions. What's that one that Rando has?
Ether.
Ether. I've only been playing the game for that long. Okay, Ether, yeah, that one. So Runil has that one. I'm not quite sure where that was picked up. But other than that and the sword, I think the trackers are pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Getting the hookshot hammer here. Not too bad with
From
some
Phyrie.
quick swap.
Ether was an ice rod cave.
Thank you to our tracker that's paying attention.
Thank you for our tracker that's paying attention. Very, very nice Argus fight so far from Nyan.
Nice.
Very, very well done. Like, simply put, that was a great fight.
So we might see a different fight because of Master Sword on Runil's side there. I'm not sure if Runil's going to switch to the hammer. But like Badger mentioned, only having a couple to go from the quick swap menu actually makes the hammer fight not too bad. Sometimes you have like 5 or 6 items to move or whatever, and like it becomes a little slower of a fight.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. Hook, start, move to hammer. Like, I mean, it's not fun.
Transition over to Nine's audio for a little bit here.
Drunk Future Self, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in.
So now we got some classic A Link to the Past sounds coming in now from Nyan's audio. Run this for a little bit, give each runner the chance. Gotta love those crispy sounds from the Link to the Past soundtrack that I've only heard 1,000 times, but that's okay. Thanks again.
Skull Woods, we only have one item that was picked up so far.
About to see the Pyramid Ledge.
Just $20.
So just having a quick look at Nyan's tracker, we still have, we got Pyramid, there's still the, hasn't done the mirror check where the tombstone is, I can't remember what that's called, the graveyard ledge, Pyramid
Yes.
ledge, there's also, has marked, what's that one down there? Has the island not marked off on the tracker? Do we know if the island is an item?
10 arrows. Nyan just was over there prior to mirroring over to Hobo.
I see. It's just not off on the tracker.
Yeah.
Looks like we have
Faker.
desert ledge. So some dotted greens on that side of the tracker. Runil's tracker's looking a little bit better. The things are clumped together. Yeah. Hasn't done front of escape though, according to the tracker.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's done front of escape yet.
No, and same with Nyan. Doesn't look like front of escape has been done there either. So,
right.
What do you think of that?
I think when it comes to escape in an open seed, I'm doing escape the moment I have a weapon. That's me personally. But at the same time, think about it. They did get hammer and powder in the back of escape. So you got to think of the odds here. What are the odds that there's going to be something else in escape, right? So it's kind of playing risk reward here.
Just if you hadn't noticed, dipped into pod, picked up the gold glove, and then bounced right out of there. So, so this really surprises me. But I guess the bow is locked.
And they don't have a bottle though. Nyan does not have a bottle.
Not a bottle, and obviously there's a mimic clips, but not everyone knows that.
Yeah.
So
mimic clip is really tough. Oh, by the way, Faker Jr. with the raid. Thank you very much. To all the new raiders joining in, welcome in to this restream of the Master Sword Bracket Championship Final Game 3 between Runil and Nyan. This is their final match, and it's an open seed. But yeah, I'm kind of. Did they not? I didn't see. The first chest of pod. That was
the glove, yeah. So
okay, yeah. So honestly, you can't do anything after that, yeah.
It just means it's locked behind the bowl, but then you could have your fire source or ice rod.
Right.
So yeah.
I wonder. I'm curious to see what Runil's going to do here because they have not checked Eastern yet, right? So that's going to give a bit of time over to Nyan, unless Runil goes into pod.
I think he's going to check pod.
You need to get Kiki, Bo.
Yeah, you need to Kiki. Wait, oh yeah,
Gotta get monkey.
Yeah, get the monkey. Go back, get the monkey. Expensive monkey too. 100 rupees. What's this guy all about?
I know. Biggest scam in the world. Worse than Zora.
I know. just to push a button. Like, it's not even giving you anything. Like.
Well, in this case, he's giving us access to the golden gloves. So I mean, like...
that's fair. That is fair. That's a decent price. So I didn't see anything in the hookshot cave there. So I'm gonna pick up the gold glove. I'm not sure if Runil knows mimic clipping or not, but might be bouncing after this. Yep.
Yeah.
And then maybe go to Eastern, like you said. Yeah, looks like we're gonna get an Eastern
like
play.
It.
So with the
so that ether does come in handy, by the way. Judging from Nyan's side, it is the entrance medallion for Turtle Rock.
And it looks like with the gold glove, we're going to have Mire now into play. Sorry, not Mire, Ice Palace, sorry.
Yeah, Ice Palace.
Ice Palace, yeah. I always get Mire and Ice Palace mixed up when I look at the tracker, but...
So I'm very curious as to what's going to happen here because I wonder if If they do dip, obviously I would imagine Nyan's going to go to Ice Palace next, right?
That's lucky.
Oof.
Don't use the hammer. Don't use the hammer. Do you have to use the hammer?
Nice.
Nope, don't use
No,
the hammer.
you don't have to.
Yeah. Not for the last hit. So what happened there is if you have the hammer, do not do any sword hits. If you have fighter sword, you want to do 3 hammer hits. If you do happen to do a sword hit by accident, just use your sword for the last hit. Trying to kill Moldorm with a hammer on his aggressive face is actually impossible.
Yeah. So I am curious to see where they go now. I'm just waiting to see if somebody's going to go to desert. Because now I just wonder if there's something there. I mean, honestly, I think desert has to have the flute, in my opinion. If I'm being the low mentee that I am, if I'm reading logic correct, flute would have to be in desert.
Can you explain a little bit of the thinking there behind that?
So, Death Mountain had the pearl, right? And they got the glove early, right? But they had no logical access to Death Mountain because in order to get to Death Mountain, you need the glove and you need a light source or the flute, the lamp or the flute.
And
right?
the lamp was
and the lamp was in Hype Cave.
Was in Hype Cave, right?
Right, but the Moon Pearl was on Death Mountain, which means the only other logical way to get to the mountain is via the flute. So that means the only checks that they had prior to that point was Desert Palace remaining because they got the book. So that would mean that may be their last go mode item because that they had no Death Mountain logical access.
See, this is like big brain stuff. I don't have this kind of thinking. Not gonna lie.
my mentor beat logic into me. Like Iron Gamer, he is he was my main mentor for 5 out of the 6 matches in the group stage, right? And alongside of him in the Discord that we're a part of, they are excellent logic readers. So it's hard not to have it like pounded into your brain, you know?
It's the one thing I'm lacking for sure. I think maybe play a few seats without a tracker for a while, or just sort of maybe watch a lot more and just sort of follow logic. It's definitely my downside. Like I'll often go to checks, and then later like people will mess and be like, "Well, it obviously couldn't be there," and I'm like, "Well, why?"
Yeah. Spaces, thank you very much. I appreciate the confidence. If flute is in desert, it'll redeem me myself because I'm sitting here like, okay, wait a minute. I'm trying to explain it to not only the Twitch chat too, but Bydey, who's over here like, just check the darn thing. Like,
yeah, no, it does actually make sense to me. I'm just trying to work out if there was any logical way to get to the dark world, pick up the lamp, because
you would need the Moon Pearl, right? So it's I call this the breadcrumb trail, right?
Yeah,
and since the Moon Pearl was on Death Mountain,
got you.
Right?
You're absolutely right.
It has to be flute.
No, rip the dream.
No,
sorry to interrupt you there.
No, you're good. You that was an important fight. So now that's two deaths to bosses on Nyan's side. I wonder. I honestly wonder if they're going to continue again, or if they're going to backtrack to try to pick up magic. I've been caught in this situation once too many times.
Oh, there's the ice rod. Interesting.
Oh.
Yeah, this is rough. It's going to cost quite a bit of time. It looks like with that...
Very good fight from Runil.
Checking the ped here. So it's not a ped seed.
Couch cast. Rip the dream.
So I think with that death, I think Runil's definitely going to jump into the lead, and also we got no
Yeah.
magic and still with the fighter sword too. So, can you? No quake, because I think you can quake this tree. I think if you use quake, does the magic not fall out the tree? Does that work in Rando? Is that something?
I have no idea.
I thought I remember something. If you used quake on that tree above us there in Nyan screen, that the magic would fall out. Now I could be talking nonsense there, so take that with a grain of salt. Don't do it on your next match. Trust me.
I'm sitting over here just listening to you go on and on about this, and I'm like, he knows this, but he doesn't know logic. I'm trying to understand this.
You know what? From my background,
you know so much about this.
Yeah, I know so it's the obscure stuff you might never come across, but the basic Rando logic is just like foreign to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to test that. So if someone wants to fire the practice hack up and test it and confirm, like, please do before I spread a world of misinformation.
Yeah, I agree too. The leaving of Moth after the death, I mean, you don't want to sink more time, you know, because at this rate they're gonna have to go get magic, then come back again, and then if they die again, it's minutes and minutes that are just adding up. But we do have Runil doing the back or the front of escape now.
Yeah, 57-minute escape, yeah.
Right. So actually, technically, Flute could be here in the front of escape, because you were right. We didn't check this, so it could be here or it could be in desert. So I think once
map.
That's the best item in the castle.
So what we're looking for here? We're looking for the flute, which we think is in desert.
It's either here or desert, yeah.
And then we're looking for the
bow.
The bow, that's right.
No.
So it's just bow and flute really at this point for Runil?
I think, yeah. Unless like there is an item in desert that is needed and you need the boots and it's on lamp.
That is possible too.
Yeah.
Or we could have the GT big key on. The flute was an escape?
Yeah, it was an escape. So
made a mockery of you.
Yeah. Well, that's okay though, because it was technically another check that was there, you know, so it had to be before Dark World access. So technically I was right, just misplaced it with front of escape.
Yeah, it had to be basically where you said it was, or Sphere 0 basically. No magic for bat, that's right.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the mushroom. You can fake powder though. You can fake powder if you didn't know that. So you can just use your Smaria and then switch to your powder, and you can actually fake powder with the real powder. Just so you know.
Yeah, I did not know that until I actually tried it one time mistakenly, and it did it.
So not gonna lie, this is not going too well here for 9. Unfortunately, with 2 deaths now. Leaving the bat behind and taking this chest for a walk here too. Not sure where we're going with this chest.
I think they're trying to route in to see. Yep, I think they're going to do Graveyard Ledge as well.
Just take it for a walk, basically.
Yeah, do Graveyard Ledge and then save and quit. Yep. Unfortunately, I mean this whole, it wouldn't have been so bad that they died on blind, because it's a weapon, don't get me wrong, it's a sword, but the death on Moth, again, it's not like it's too long to get back to, but what I'm more concerned about is all of these other checks right now is giving Runil more and more time, you know what I mean? So it's trying to, now they're going to have to be a lot more efficient in what they do. And right here shows an example. Ether is needed for both Misery Mire and Turtle Rock, and they skipped Ice Rod Cave, which is where Ether is. So that's another check that they have to... Are they going to backtrack for that isolated check? Or are they going to last locate? You know what I'm saying? Because I think right now they're looking at last locating the flute, and then eventually last locating ether.
That's where it's an ice rod cave. Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
that's.
Yeah.
Also, escape rushers are going to be screaming here.
Yes.
At this seat.
Yeah, I am an escape rusher, so that's me. If I get 10 bombs or Burna or any weapon in the early stages, I will rush the back of escape and the front. I don't know. It's just what I've always done.
Yeah, I too. I'm a big fan of clearing. As soon as I get the mitts, usually I'm heading to the back of escape, and then as soon as I get a weapon, I'm going to the front. Doing catfish now. No boots still though. Imagine the boots was on. Imagine the one thing I could maybe think that would maybe be a big swing was if Nyan found the boots somewhere strange, and then Runil just kept banging on and got to GT, and the big key was on a torch or something like that.
Yep. Yep.
Which can
I'm
happen.
hoping there's something here at Catfish for Nyan to kind of throw them back, like the bow or something. Oh. So, because right now, as it stands, Runil needs bow, and to our knowledge, with the GT big key hopefully not being on Bob's torch, if it is, then you need boots. But other than that, a bow puts everything good to go.
Yeah, it should be pretty much boots go at this point. And obviously, it's not going to be in pod because pod is bow locked.
Right.
Unless the second bow was in there.
Right.
So bow to bow would be potentially, but obviously the chances of that being is a little bit lower.
I don't anticipate at this point. I don't see anybody checking anything in pod once they get the bow. I'm pretty sure they're going to go mode it unless it's Nyan. Unless Nyan has not found another sword, I can see them full clearing, trying to find that master sword.
Oh, there's the bow.
And Meyer. So yeah, Runil is conditional go mode, if you will, pending GT. I think so. Runil's an exceptional player, where I would imagine Master Sword Silverless is going to grant him a lot of nerves right now, because I know he had said previously or prior to this race he was nervous. So comfort level probably like 4 out of 10, but I know he can do it. But you know, when you're in this kind of a situation, and I'm honestly feeling like he feels he's behind in a way, you know, because the early stages of this game kind of disarray with a few things. So we'll see what he does. As a fellow competitor where I've raced him before, I know he can do it. But again, tournament settings, nerves play a role. We'll see. You can guarantee he's going to fill his bottle. Nice spooky, very nice spooky on Runil. You know, we're just gonna. I would imagine, you know, they're all praying for that last sword, that tempered. So
it's Probably one of the biggest things in Rando, in my opinion, is the ability to go through the game with the Master Sword is a huge advantage, basically.
Yes.
You can lose minutes if you know you're against someone who's pretty good with a Master Sword and you're not. It's well worth sinking some time into, especially the Ganon fight. If nothing else, you know, maybe Ganon and like the Phyrie fight and just maybe some cold steer stuff, but the Ganon fight for sure, you're going to be fighting Ganon with a Master Sword and so without silvers and quite a lot of seeds if you keep playing, so worth having a game plan for sure.
It's funny you say that because I never did Master Sword game prior to the Mentor Tournament ever. I never tried it. Iron Gamer told me we're going to practice it. My very first 2 seeds were both Master Sword Silverless Ganon. So it was just impeccable. But that Vitreous kill was very nice. Side. I loved that he something that not a lot of people, a lot of newer runners, if you will, don't know is that if you go on the side of Bydey like that, you won't take damage, you know, from the water, so to speak. So you can kind of safely avoid the eye beams and whatnot. So very, very good game knowledge there. As we got 9 in ice, so I'm kind of curious to see what's in here because I wonder if Runil's even going to do any of the clears or going to go.
Yeah, it's going to be go mode for maybe
Ether
check
was
some,
in ice.
maybe check some along the way, but
Right.
yeah, I think it's going to be.
Yes, TDK. As well, not even just avoiding the lightning, but those eyeballs deal a lot of damage. So it's an all-around just tough fight. Vitreous is one of the tough game.
It's just.
Oh no!
Isn't that magic?
Oh no! Yeah. Oh boy, I would have burned the potion.
So let me
I mean, that was this. I believe that was this.
That's the second one. I'm just trying to look at the tracker here. Looks like ice. So there's one left, so we're hoping for on the boss. Or I might go around the loop and check Ice Tea.
Yep.
I mean, 9. I think 9 has to think that they're behind.
Oh, that was the third item, Phyrie? Okay.
Item. Why would...
Actually, yeah, it would seem that way.
Why would they be going around the Ice Tea then?
Maybe they don't know. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
I wonder if they went there for the hearts.
I'm just looking at the tracker. That's I'm getting this information from their tracker, so
yeah,
maybe they just haven't marked it off yet.
Oh, yeah, the small key.
This is why I'm a big fan of hitting that switch before going down here.
If I get the big key, I won't hit the switch. If the big key's in the first chest, I won't hit. 100%.
Nice magic.
Nice magic. I did not know the Samaria actually off those guys, or those guys bounce off of Samaria. I never knew that. I don't even know what those enemies are called.
I don't know what half the enemies are called sometimes.
I don't either. Scary little bat flying things. Like,
oh, here comes Mamo with the glitch chat. We're making
oh boy, do I have a glitch for you.
I was going to say we might have a potion burn here. I think we should have potion. Okay, there we go.
Yep. Now they're going to burn fire up. Nice cold stare kill.
So, what's in the other bottle? Do we know that?
B.
Because we had a fairy burned already, so it doesn't
Yep,
have a fairy at
fairy
this point.
and a bee.
No, the
Right.
fairy was used though. There's a thing.
Right.
So
Yep. So
we're gonna remember.
the one pickup was a fairy. The other pickup was a bee in a bottle.
Yeah. So a no bug net to put stuff in the bottle. So it won't have any. We might see a jump to pick up a blue potion at some point. Now with the flute.
Oh, I would. Yeah, I would imagine.
I mean,
The fact now that he's got 2 bottles, he's got 412 rupees. I would imagine both of these runners would fill going masters anything. Especially, well, mainly in G.
we might see it right here. Yep, there we go.
Yep.
Release the bee, 2 blue potions. I'm thinking. There we go. Right at the same time, they're thinking.
Yep, synchronous. Yep.
No flute, obviously, for 9, so has to save and quit. Yeah, flute gaining a lot of time here. So, hour 12 hasn't hit escape yet.
Right.
Like, oh, that's not good. I don't like that text. Okay, good, we're okay.
There we go.
So it looks like we're going to get the front of escape now. Are we?
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so I would imagine by the time Nyan gets the flute, goes and activate it, we're going to see Runil up the mountain for Turtle Rock.
Beams, OP.
Indeed.
Can also use the bow there. 2 bow shots. Be a little bit quicker.
Even with Fighter Sword, I'm still doing the spin kill on the guard. Because you hit him near the door. It's just efficiency for me, I feel, is better.
Wonder if we'll pick up arrows. Must have got an arrow upgrade. I missed that. 33
Oh, yes,
arrows.
he did. Yes, right before Ice Palace, he bought the arrow upgrade. Because he used most of them on Vitreous.
I'd be farming arrows here. There we go with flute for Nyan. So I'd be killing the Igors and then picking up more arrows if it was me here. Just because of GT.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. I try my best to max... Yep, exactly. To max out my arrows in Eastern Palace.
Man, that reminds me of Secret Mana so much. Running around with that bow. Yep. Wow, that's intense. Nice quick kill there.
Yeah, very, very well done Armos fight.
Nyan's going to be maybe checking the Meyer area after the flute, I'm thinking.
I would imagine. And then they're going to see they need ether, and it's going to start the trek of where they're going to find the ether medallion.
True, that's right.
So they have to get to Ice Rod Cave. Then that puts them in, you know, getting them the Misery Mire to getting the bow. Yep.
Yeah,
still
no
exactly.
second sword either. So
No, I think at this point, nope. Yeah, I think that Thieves Town blind kill is done.
yeah,
I
it's
don't
done
think they're ever
forever.
going back there. Yeah. I mean, you never know though. They could potentially check that before going to Ice Rock Cave. You know? I mean, there is a what if in that case. It really depends on the routing.
The only solace would be boots somewhere weird.
Yeah. I don't even think boots would help at this point. Unless it's required in GT. I don't
That's what I mean. Like boots
Yeah.
and then required in torch
Right.
would be a killer blow. Especially if you've go-modded a bunch of stuff. It'd have to be somewhere
Right.
really obscure though.
Yep.
Oh, small key, and then see what's in the left chest. Yep, nice crystal
Yeah.
roller room.
Yeah, Runil did it very well with the hook shot. Yes. Nonetheless, with the hook shot and no boots.
And no cape, and no Samaria.
So well, we got Samaria, but yeah.
Oh, sorry, the blue one. Whatever that one's
Yeah,
called.
Karna. Yeah.
Karna, yeah, that's right.
So I'm curious. I'm curious on your what you would do in this situation. Now, if you're Runil, you're in Turtle Rock, you have Master Sword. Do you still check Laser Bridge if you don't if you have the key to go to the boss and you don't have to check Laser Bridge? Do you?
I think in Runil's situation, I think, yeah. And without silvers as well, like, it's quite a big time save. Like, a Master Sword, Ganon. Do we have half magic here? We don't have half magic, so...
So there's still a lot of safeties in play here that you would search for. Gotcha.
But there's also the time sink of it too. It depends how comfortable you are with the Master Sword fight. The more comfortable you are with it. Like Master Sword silvers, there's just no way I'm checking the bridge.
Right.
Master Sword without silvers, I think I'm checking it. If it's tempered, if tempered and no silvers, I'm never checking much at all, really.
Yeah,
I don't think that's
tempered
enough for me.
Yeah, I think tempered is the like 10 out of 10 people are going to say if I have tempered, I'm not checking any, you know.
But I think thinking in this situation, race, final, I think probably feeling pretty good about now. I think with Master Sword and no silvers, I think it's a good play to check. To check the laser bridge. There's also boots too, so there's boots, silvers, and tempered. There's 3 items you can find that are going to really help you. Yeah, there's that too. Bootless laser bridge is tough. But with the efficiency checking that they've both been doing, I think it makes sense that we're going to see laser bridge checks. Unless it goes disastrously wrong. Takes a couple of lasers to the face on the first try.
Yeah, this is really a bad fight. Like, Moth in general is just not fun without tempered. Like, it really isn't.
Well, let's just see. So 120. Oh, getting the skip. Big time play. There we go. I like to see it. That's funny. No, it's not gonna work. Yeah, this room can get you sometimes. That's funny. So we do have potion, I think, but we do have a Master Sword Trinex fight with no boots, so you can't really get behind him in time. So we'll see how this goes here. This isn't an easy fight, but yeah, we have a blue potion, so that's okay. You're not going to be too hard.
Yeah, this Trinex fight is this hammer Trinex gives me nerves. It really does.
2 hits. Yeah.
Yep. Oh. Very well done. Very well done.
We're right at Thieves Town. Mirroring. Are we going to go back into Thieves Town? No, I don't think so.
No, they're fluting away.
Just for a second there.
Oh.
Grabbing a blue potion again.
Very nice hammer kill on Trinex.
Yeah, that's a...
And now off to GT for Runil. And let's see if the hope is done with boots. It'd be funny if we see boots on Bob's torch.
I've actually never... well, it couldn't be logically, right?
Technically, I'm pretty sure it could be. If you don't need boots for anything to progress the game, I'm pretty sure they can be anywhere now.
Well, you still need to be able to 100% the seed though, right? Every seed is 100% completable.
100% accessible, yeah.
So having the boots there would give you an item that you couldn't get.
That's right, between... Yeah, that's true. See? Mentee.
Oh, wait. Wait. Was that the ice rod? That was Ice Rod Cave. Got it. There we go.
Yep.
We got that.
You got
we
the
got it
ether.
there. So
Yep.
I'm having to think about what we're doing there.
Well, that put them...
Is this TR play now?
Oh, they're going to TR.
Well,
I think for routing purposes, this I don't agree with. I always save Turtle Rock because you don't want to have to waste whatever the amount of time is to reclimb it later. But I get it, though, for the density. You know? Out of all the checks remaining, for bow, this is the densest. So it makes sense in that regard.
And we could have a bow on Laser Bridge as well. Like, we don't know that. So.
True. Actually, yeah, because Runil did not check. So we'll see if we find another sword here in GT, too. Yep, Runil's going the DM Hope Room route.
I'm gonna guess the key is buried deep in GT.
I'm guessing Rando room. If I know Runil's routing here,
Rest the torch.
there we go. Yeah, if I'm gonna guess Runil's routing, he's gonna do all of right side into Ice Armos.
Still no boots. Been walking around for a while here.
Yeah. So the key is definitely on the left side or tile room.
We're gonna get a tile room seed.
Okay. There we go. So he did mirror back. That would just cap this whole seed off. Tile room. Yeah.
Yeah. It could be.
Oh, there's Quake.
curious to see if a bomb's going to show up here. Well, that's not going to work, is it? Oh my goodness me, that
Wow.
hitbox is humongous.
That was like pixels though.
I at first it looked wild, but then I remember seeing that before. Now that I think about it,
Yeah.
and hitboxes on those are pretty massive. There's a
There's
sword.
Tempered, and he bailed out. All right. So,
Oh,
at least with
death on Nyan's
those
side
chain
there.
chomps, yeah, they deals massive damage.
Be the third death for Nyan on this seed. Been a bit of a rough one, I think.
I'm chalking it all up to nerves here. I mean, this is, you know, if I'm any one of these runners, I'm happy with second place in a tournament like this, of this setting. You know what I mean? Like this is some nerve-wracking stuff. Plus being restreamed, you know, like
True.
it adds a bit of nerves to it.
Didn't get the arrows, very sad. There's an arrow pot there. If you're going to get the warp, get the arrows.
Yeah.
Not that it's huge, but you're going to have 18. You're going to have 8 for the back half. That's how I have to think about this. Oh, don't do that. Oh, bomb jumping.
Yeah, bomb jump, yeah.
Well, I would have just taken damage. You can deboost across. This works too. Nice. Oh, I think I was right with it being deep in there somewhere.
Yeah. I thought Rando room, but yep.
All right.
7 arrows. Hopefully he gets bailed out and gets it up. 10 arrows. Red mail.
Wow.
And it is tile room. All right. All right. What a seed. What a seed.
Tile room to finish us off. Heads up, big magic pot grab.
Yeah.
Must have got some arrows from somewhere. Where do we get it? Must have got a 10
Runil,
bag?
he got him right after Ice Armos.
Okay, nice. Convenient 10 pack.
See, this is also a little bit scary as well. Fighter sword, you know, yeah, like using hammer, trying X, like I was explaining before with Runil, but going in there with just fighter sword is even more, you know, blah.
Nice use of the medallion there.
Yes. I am kind of a fan of the ether killing those skeletons. I hate them. I can't. They cause me so much pain.
GT without boots is a lot harder than with boots.
Oh yes.
The boots is so many advantages. Looks like we're probably gonna get a powder here, I think. The thing is, if they're going to powder, do they know the Samaria? I hope so.
Yep.
No Samaria today.
So silvers were on Laser Bridge.
Wow.
Yep.
That's insane.
So for Nyan though, that kind of bails them out of having to really they're in go mode, so they can go mode Mire, Eastern. You know.
Which chest was it? Was it in? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Was it the third or fourth chest?
That I'm not sure. I just know that they picked it up.
I wonder if you cleared all of them and got silvers, if you picked up tempered and GT. I don't necessarily think it would save time, but on Nyan's side,
yeah, it was in the last chest.
Probably only going to find the Master Sword in the GT. It would definitely save a lot of time in that specific situation. So.
Yeah, Nyan, the blind kill had one sword, and then the other sword was found along the way in GT. Oof. This room is hilarious to me.
There's the boots.
There's food.
Wow.
A lot of good that does now.
I'm just trying to think logically. No, the picky. Can't get upstairs. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I was just trying to think of some things there.
Yeah.
That's that's a crazy place for the boots to be. Wow.
Yep.
That's insane.
Yeah, to be honest with you, with what you said, Baja, it's very conditional. I feel when you get Dark World access, there's an argument in a lot of cases where when you get Dark World access, the first thing you do is go check Hype Cave, right? And then do the reverse way to Village of Outcasts. But I only like doing that if I have Titans in it, because otherwise you're stuck. Right? You can only go up to Stumpy or over to the chess game, and then you're stuck. You're done. So, I mean, sure, you can mirror and then walk through Kakariko up to the portal and do your stuff, but I just feel like it's a backwards way. You know what I mean? I've always felt like once I get Dark World access, I go right to Kakariko, and I do VOO, Skull, and I end at Hype Cave into potentially Pod. You know, it's interesting.
I think Nyan was just having maybe a think about life there. Just went out and decided to look at the sunset, maybe.
I think they didn't they go out. Oh yeah. Never mind, because they had opened it up right after Laser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it took a death on Trinex there and spawned there, so it wasn't too bad. Get a second try at it. Does have potions, so should remember that.
Yeah. With mirror, I can see you doing that because you can mirror right after the chess game and then go up Kakariko's way and whatnot. Makes sense, yeah. But I don't know. I've only ever done that route once. Nice positioning, Runil, on the Ganon fight here. Wow, very nice use of the hook shot there. Brain left the lobby this. I feel you.
Don't worry, we all have those ones.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Yeah, that phase 2 of Ganon on Runil's side was very good.
I was wondering about your tracker, Naim, because I was looking over at your tracker and there was items that, or locations I know you'd been to, and they were still showing as green, so I did wonder about that. Phyrie was keeping up, thanks again to the tracker was keeping up, and I was like, but on the tracker it says that it's green. So that maybe explains that part of it.
It seemed there were a couple times during the run though where they got that red connecting. Yeah, connector problems. Yep. So I wonder if, you know. Runil here, just about ready to finish off Ganon. Think another hit or two. Oh, ran out of magic. The other bow was in Misery Mire. And Runil with the final kill on Ganon. Everybody get your GGs in the chat for Runil.
Finishing up with a time of 1:39:18. First place,
GGs.
Master Sword winner. Congratulations. I think is going to come in for a interview here.
Speak of the Devil.
There you go. Congratulations.
Hello, hello. Oh, am I? No, I'm not muted. Thank you.
There we go. GGs, Runil. GGs.
Oh, that was a lot of risks I felt I took that paid off.
Yeah, I was saying it to Bydey earlier, like that Aga Cave check early. You know, it was like you got to think. You know, when do you that early? Are you really going that direction with no book, no flute, no lamp, no boots, no nothing? Why are you doing that, right? And it's more or less like the risk reward. You know, because this is game 3. This is the championship match. You know, you've seen how the past 2 matches went. Are you going to take those risks, right?
Oh yeah, they were super close, and I expect this one was pretty close too.
Yeah, this race was fairly different than your past 2. So for the most part, you guys were neck and neck in the beginning. You guys met up around the same time in Skull Woods. What ultimately changed the course of the match was the first death Nyan had was against Blind, so they did not get that sword.
Oh man,
and they ran the rest of the seed with just Fighter Sword from Hype Cave.
yeah, with those sword locations, that was a
Yeah.
huge advantage. I feel.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
huge. A huge advantage. Like, it's pretty much swung the match, to be honest. Because
Yes.
then you know, all the fights were just a lot harder. And Nyan did take a number of deaths. I think 2, 3 deaths. I think 4 in the end there. So
Oh no,
not
like I watched.
not the greatest day, but still second place is a very, very good achievement. And congratulations as well
Yeah.
to Nyan on being second place in Master Sword.
Yeah,
You know,
Nyan, I watched the 2 matches we had before back, and oh, I was scared to go against Nyan today.
Runa will tell you too. I told him I did not see him winning yesterday's match. Like I just, or the day before, whichever one it was. But
Yeah, a
I,
couple days. Yeah.
they were nail biters. You know, it's believe me when I tell you, like I understand this game can overload you, it can overwhelm you, and it's making it this far is an achievement in and of itself. I'm not the kind of guy that believes, so to speak, oh, you get a participation trophy, but I believe in this case, you've made it this far. Your play has shown and proven worthy enough, and you're second place in this tournament. And this is a big tournament. There's a lot of there was a lot of people in this tournament, so don't let this one race be the cause of why of a downfall, so to speak. They both played exceptionally well the past week.
Yeah. Oh man. Like I said though, I lost that first race by, just 4 minutes, I think it was, something like that, and I was like, man, that was so close.
Oh yeah.
And that second race, we were both fighting Ganon at the same time. I think I just had the advantage of silvers. So,
Yeah.
the fight went a lot smoother for me there. And this last time, I was like, in my head, they're probably right on my tail. They're probably right on my tail, Don't let up.
Oh yeah.
I was
I was
I would
wondering if you were going to find a sword, because I was curious on like I know you can do Master Sword Ganon, but I was curious if your nerves were going to allow you to do it today.
I was prepped by the time I got into GT to just do that Master Swordless Silverless or Master Sword Silverless, sorry, other way around. But fortunately I had to full clear GT to get the big key
Right.
because
Yeah.
Tile room.
I honestly looked at the lobby name, which is Grumpy Ganon's Tower, and I went, it's gonna
Yep.
be a tile room. like at the start of the seed, I'm like, it's gonna be tile room, and
Yep.
I'm still gonna last location it.
The good thing about well, not the good thing, but the one thing about tile room is it's almost guaranteed that you have the same chance to get the key at the same time. So like a match is not usually going to be lost or won over GT key location, which is a little nice thing about it. Unless you are a super monka tile room rusher.
Oh man, I have lost Ganon races due to the big key location. So
Yeah. It can easily swing 2 or 3
so
minutes.
bad. Yeah.
I'm going to ask you about the early game. Do you always rush Agina's cave?
No. I have a very weird policy where if desert is a pendant, then I'll rush Agina's.
Okay, that's fair. That's interesting.
I mean, at least you have a reasoning behind why you do it. I never rush it ever. And like even in Aga seeds, right? I will always last locate Aga. I don't like doing Aga, right?
Yeah.
So the last check before I do Aga is Agina's cave. Like I don't care any other way. Unless I'm going over there to clear desert, I'm never checking that check. It's like catfish, so to speak. I mean, you can loop catfish in with Zora, but you can also loop Agina's in with like Meyer checks, right? So it's like you kind of wait. And sometimes, but as a solo check, I don't know.
Yeah, without boots, it's
Yeah.
feels like you're walking through the Sahara Desert sometimes.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, it's a long walk, but the reason I do it is because I go in my head. Well, I don't need to go into that area later to clear desert,
Which is fair.
so it's going to be less screen transitions now to go there and check if there's anything good there. Because if there is, that's a huge advantage. Not a lot of people are going to rush Agina's early on, right?
I guess the one thing that I always hope for is a flute, which in this case was an escape. So I personally, like, I'm an escape rusher. We're talking about that. So escape would have picked up flute, and then you could have fluted to Agina's cave and saved a lot of time. But again, that's hypothetical, right? So
So I mean, I didn't know where Flute was till like I was in Dark World and I got the lamp there, and I went, okay, well, Flute's gonna be in like one of 3 locations. I can check one of them on the way to Pendant Pod, which I'm glad I didn't have to go back into Pendant Pod for anything because I only got 1 chest out of there before I left,
Yeah, I
which
was
was the Titansmiths.
having a
I was
bullet
wondering.
was probably a favor for both of you, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering if you read the logic correctly. I was I was sitting here trying to talk to Bydey about why Flute had to be in. At one point, I forgot you guys didn't do Front of Escape, but I had said Desert. But either which way,
Yeah.
it had to have been in Light World because Death Mountain was completely out of logic the entire time until somebody picked up Lamp or Flute,
And
I
Lamp was
was.
in Dark World, right? So you
Yep.
couldn't.
So the lamp was technically locked.
So that
Was
told
found
me,
out of logic. Yeah.
yeah, that told me mountain access had to be through the Flute for the
Yep.
rest of the seed,
Yep.
and
And which was required for Meyer anyway. So
so when I didn't find it in Eastern or Saha's hut, I went, okay, well, it's going to be between Desert and Escape,
you're right.
and so I chose the gamble on the front of Escape because it was way faster to get there,
Yeah.
and it was the
Yeah.
right gamble.
Well, yeah, no, you read it very well. The fact that
Yeah.
Escape itself had so many good items. I mean, hammer, powder, and flute all in Escape sequence. Like that was a very stacked castle. So
Yeah, I was just when I got the fire rod out of Saha's, though, I was like, oh man, I really should have come here earlier. I wouldn't have had to turn around to go to Skull Woods, so that would have saved me a
Yeah.
little bit of time there, right? So
now, would you have actually tried to clear Skullwoods without a sword?
Absolutely. I would have gone for fire rod and hammer strats.
Yeah.
You had very good fights along the way, like you had like Thieves Town with Hammer, Samaria. You had low percent Moth, low percent, very low percent Argus. Like it was a good display of low percent boss fights, and it really came to play in this seed as to why you pulled through. And obviously, unfortunately, like I said, the death to Blind was hugely costly to Nyan because they didn't get that sword. So in the end, if we could have made it through to GT, would have picked the sword up. So it just would require good boss fights with fighter sword, but obviously it's going to be a lot slower than running around with the master sword. So
yeah, I think if I didn't have the Samaria block put down for that blind fight there, I also would have died there. I was like 4 hearts, green mail. What was I, green or blue mail at the time? I'm not.
I think you were both blue.
You were.
I think
Yeah.
I was blue. Yeah. So
Yeah.
even with 4 hearts though, like it's pretty easy to take a bunch of hits when you don't have it on the scripted fight that you're not expecting, right? So I was like, okay, just put down a Samaria. Blind can fly into it and end the fight themselves, right?
Yeah.
So
I was saying it to Bydey earlier, like that
and
cave check.
that I think that was probably where I thought that
when do you that early? Are you?
It's not high odds that my opponent is going to go for blind, but it's not low odds either, and so I felt comfortable after getting the sword out of that, and I was like, that's a pretty huge first sword.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, having a sword, moving on from there, it gives you a little bit more sense of security as it is.
Yeah, and then I got the second sword out of Hype Cave, was it? And I went, oh man. So odds
definitely
are
made you feel a lot better going against Argus then. So
yeah, I was like, oh sweet, I can just go do Swamp right away.
Yes, indeed.
And that also enabled me to check the tablet right away. I didn't have to worry about what that was going to be, and if it was something, having to come back for it. Small things.
The rest of the seed with just fighter sword from Hype Cave. Well, that was an amazing race. Great time, even for bootsless.
Yeah, it was
for
huge,
like
a huge advantage. Like
very good testament to your race.
Swung the match, to be honest.
Oh,
yes.
Thank you so much. I'm
Congrats
probably
on being Master Sword champion.
a number of deaths.
yeah,
maybe
that
2,
it
3
felt rough.
deaths
These last 3 races, it did feel rough.
You had to work
the
for it.
greatest,
Yeah.
And
100%. And
still
that's what
second
makes it
place
more
is
satisfying.
Very, very good achievement.
and when Bydey was like, "I'll roll the seed for you guys, but do you want a ped seed?" You know, I was getting a little worried when I didn't check ped on my first run through of Skullwoods.
Runil will tell you too. I told him.
Frank, I think, are you playing
you
the
both said-
stream back on your stream's coming through your mic, I think.
I
No,
don't know.
I had nothing on mine.
No? Okay.
It might.
When I tell you, like,
I played a little bit, but I ended my stream pretty fast when I came in here, I think. So.
Yeah.
And it's
Anyways, yeah, sorry, it's coming through stream, so apologies about that. I'm not sure where that audio is coming from,
is an
but
achievement in and of itself.
I have nothing
I'm
playing,
not the
so.
kind of guy that believes, so to No. speak, oh, you gotta
Yeah, sorry. Anyways,
But I believe in this
yeah, so
case,
congratulations
made it this
to
far, play has shown and proven
Runil on the Master Sword
second place in
final.
this tournament. This is a big tournament.
We were discussing whether we were going to have maybe a 4 swords matchup once the tempered sword gets done.
Why,
I don't know if you guys are up for that. We could maybe organize something like that. Or the 4 sword winners could maybe have a little 4-way battle or something like that. Make some extra content out of it. But we do still have the tempered sword brackets. The final match coming up. Got Simple Clips versus Tantalus. It's 0-0. Don't think there's been any matches played. So 2 matches to play there, maybe 3. So that'll be coming up right away. I'll say thank you to people that helped today. We've got FrankieFusion on the comms and Phyrie on the tracker. Very, very well, paying attention, unlike us some of the time. And thanks to our runners. Congratulations again. I will give the final words over to you, Runil, champion.
Because I was curious on.
I need a break after that one. So, but you know, I look forward to watching the tempered sword matches between Simple Clips and Tantalus there. That'll be a fun watch. And you know, I look forward to getting stomped in a 4 swords match against Bydey.
All right. Well, I love the confidence.
Oh, you made Bydey all bashful.
All right, well, we're going to end it here. Thank you so much to everyone, and take care, and we'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.
See ya.